In Bujuuko, Wakiso, a housing estate for and by a cooperative. For Kwefako Housing Cooperative Society, a dream that's been 10 years in the making, is these 24 units, now 90% complete. The owners of the estate are all former tenants evicted by merciless landlords in Kisenyi, a slum in Kampala in 2013. David Kibuka was one of them. To be free from renting a house is the best feeling, he tells me. I'm now sure I'll have a property of mine after completing my payment installments. It is good. The other thing is I still live with the people with whom we shared a neighborhood in Kisenyi, so I know all the neighbors. It's good to live here. The estate is the only one known to have been built under a cooperative arrangement in Uganda. Each unit has a sitting room, a bathroom, and 2 bedrooms. The estate was this woman's vision. Betty Nakiberu initially wanted to start an organization providing care for women living with HIV in Kisenyi. So this housing cooperative is an idea that was born out of a tragedy. Initially, Betty Nakiberu wanted to found a group that would provide care for HIV-positive women in Kisenyi. But after meeting the Shelter and Settlement Alternatives in 2008, she was encouraged to change the name and scope of the organization to Kwefako Housing Cooperative to provide affordable and low-cost housing to HIV-positive people. For members of the cooperative to acquire houses in this estate, they have to make a down payment of 1 million shillings and then pay 70,000 shillings every month over a period of 30 years. As people living with HIV, it is good to stay together, she tells me. You care for one another and you look out for one another. So it's a good feeling. The cooperative brings us together to continue caring for ourselves and continue inspiring each other. For now, 24 units are almost complete. Construction for 10 more is due to start. Building funds were provided by Shelter and Settlement Alternatives, a network organization working for affordable housing.
Cooperatives will help to reduce the price as well as the amount of time that someone is able to access housing. Then when you talk about the housing construction itself, if a contractor is building 30 houses instead of my one house, the cost differs as well. So it's a greatly reduced price. And remember, we are all building the same houses. So it is uniform. So the materials are also saved. So it is a way of really cutting costs. But it is also a way of making sure that we have organized and planned development.
Uganda's housing deficit is said to be in excess of 8 million units. With some of the highest rent rates in the region, cooperative housing may just be the silver bullet to a housing crisis. The Uganda Housing Cooperative Union has been championing housing cooperatives in Uganda with a view to find affordable and decent housing for low and middle income earners. Founded in 2013, the union has 17 societies under it.
The issues we are having right now is affordability. Private developers are building houses that are crazy expensive, that majority of the people in Uganda, the average citizen, cannot be able to afford without depending or either getting a loan or depending on their salary, which takes them a longer period. So housing cooperatives provide a solution that enables a normal person to pool their resources together and buy an estate and have a planned estate as people who, and then they would live as people who are rich because their area is planned and they have access to resources that would not easily be available if they were doing it as an individual.
For members of the Kwefako Cooperative, these houses are more than just shelter. They provide security, peace of mind, and a resting point for their aspirations. Ronald Kato reporting for TNR in Wakiso.